We do start our show, though, with unfortunate news out of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark announced today that she will miss both the three-point contest and the WNBA All-Star Game this upcoming weekend in Indy.
Adam Silver, just witnessed Golden Goose of the WNBA, reveal that she will miss the All-Star Game because of an injury, and the timing couldn't be worse. NBA leadership is extremely worried about Clark's absence from the league's biggest weekend since CBA discussions are collapsing and lockout threats are imminent. The top is issuing the warnings. Do you believe Adam Silver has good reason to be worried about how the WNBA is safeguarding their most valuable asset at this crucial moment? Let me explain what transpired and why the WNBA is in grave danger. Caitlin Clark declared that she would not play in the All-Star Game. But here's the kicker. This isn't just any weekend. This is taking place in the midst of CBA discussions which might decide whether the WNBA plays a season in 2026 at all.
I'll leave the specific question about the foul to my colleague, Commissioner Engelbert. I mean, I other than as a fan, obviously, it's nothing new in basketball that there's sort of welcome to the league moments, especially for heralded rookies. But of course, I want to see Caitlin treated fairly.
Adam Silver has previously said, "Of course, I want to see Caitlin treated fairly and appropriately in the league. It must be troubling to witness the biggest star in the WNBA miss their biggest event because of poorly managed injuries. It's not just friendly advice when a commissioner from a partner league openly voiced concerns about player treatment. It's a warning shot."
Out there, she would be. Shortly before the show, Clark released this statement through the Fever's social media account saying that she's so excited for Indiana to host WNBA All-Star this weekend, and that she says she knows that this is going to be the best All-Star yet. But she does go on to say how incredibly sad and, quote, disappointed she will not be able to participate, adding, quote, "I have to rest my body. I'll still be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for all of the action. I'm looking forward to helping Sandy coach."
The WNBA was severely harmed by the timing of Clark's injury announcement, and it's time to hold those accountable.
She's asking what she did, but she was talking. We saw that with Copper the other day against Seattle, where she got a taunting call. Clark never stopped clapping.
As commissioner, Kathy Angelbert has completely failed to safeguard the league's most valuable asset. Angelbert has been publicly criticized by sports reporter Christine Brennan for her difficulty discussing Caitlin Clark and her tendency to respond with Caitlin and Angel when asked about Caitlin. She was questioned about Caitlin rather than Angel,
But in terms of the comments, in terms of the way the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, who I've known and I like, the way she has trouble talking about Caitlin Clark, or if she's asked about Caitlin, then she will say, well, Caitlin and Angel. Well, she wasn't asked about Angel. She was asked about Caitlin. This incredible inability to deal with the facts and to state the obvious. It is astounding to me.
The biggest star in the league is meant to be promoted by this commissioner. She can't even bring up Clark's name without deflecting to other players. Leadership is not like that. That is the pinnacle of organizational incompetence. The statistics reveal the harsh reality of what occurs when Clark is not in the starting lineup. Since her injury, the average number of people watching Fever national TV games has decreased from 1,810,000 to just 847,000. This represents a 55% decrease in nationally televised WNBA viewing. Millions of dollars in lost revenue are represented by that 53% decline. And Angliard is sitting there acting like everything's fine. Let's talk about the officiating fiasco that led to this moment. According to Chinese iologist Dr. Lucas C. Hare, since the first day of play, 141 players have been injured. Teams have only played 44 games apiece, and there are only 179 active players in the league. That maths is so crazy that Angelberg ought to be calling for quick adjustments. Instead, she is handling this issue with all the solidity of a silk robe.
Ball handler. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. I mean, all of those are fouls. Every single one of them. And here, that's a foul, and finally they call.
WNBA legend Rebecca Lobo called out officials during a game saying, "There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. I mean, all of those are fouls. Every single one of them. And then here, that's a foul. That's foul." Clark was continuously fouled without calls due to the poor officiating. It's not just poor officiating when game luminaries loudly criticize referees on live television. It's a systemic failing. The officiating catastrophe has been frequently called out by Clark's own coach. I thought she got fouled. I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. The disrespect right now for our team has been pretty unbelievable. Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White said in her criticism of WNBA referees, when coaches use terms like egregious and disrespect, it's not competitive griping. Rather, it's calling out organizational failure.
Who is played 9 years in Indiana and now on the stat. And that's a live shot now. Okay.
Following the Connecticut Sun game, where Clark was constantly singled out, the most scathing condemnation of the officiating took place. During a multi-minute tirade, White accused Tuesday's referees of losing control of the game and blasted the league and officials in general for not improving, saying, "Everybody's getting better except the officials."
The game is fast now. Things are happening quickly. Everybody's getting better except the officials. So we got to find a way to remedy it. I mean, you've heard every coach talk about it, so I don't know what the answer.
Every year at our league meetings in the autumn and spring, we say the same thing over and over and nothing has changed, she went on.
That you guys as an organization are doing, I mean, you're speaking out at this point, but anything more that you are doing or you hope to do to engage in the league and addressing these issues with the officiating that you've been very vocal with?
No, I mean, I think every year when we have our league meetings in the fall and in the spring, we say the same thing over and over and over.
That's a coach openly saying that the league has known about officiating issues for years and has done nothing to address them. Under Angelbert's direction, the officials have deteriorated while the league has grown in popularity and significance. The particular incidents that resulted in Clark's current injury are prime examples of officiating failure. Even Clark's brother, Colin, blamed the officials on social media, tweeting, "Make no mistake. This is on the reffing," after seeing his sister get injured due to poor game management. When family members publicly criticize the league's officiating, it's not just frustration. It's a family watching their loved one get hurt because officials won't do their jobs. Angelbert's response to these officiating concerns has been utterly pitiful. When asked about officiating complaints, he said, "I do find it interesting when you sit in that no winning team ever complained about officiating. There is seldom a losing team that doesn't gripe about the officiating. Leadership is not like that. That's dismissive arrogance from someone who clearly doesn't understand the problem." The business implications of Engelberg's failures are staggering. In 2024, the WNBA saw 23 games hit 7 figures in viewership, and Clark was involved in all but 3 of those games. On the list of most watched WNBA games this season, you have to go down to number 15 to find the first game without the Fever. Clark is literally carrying the entire league's viewership, and Angelbert can't even protect her from getting injured. The revenue impact is equally massive. ESPN experienced a 170% increase in WNBA TV ratings, with viewership increasing from 454,000 to over 1.2 million average viewers in 2024. ESPN achieved 133% TV ratings increase from 2023. This is all because of Clark, and Angelbert's inability to protect her is jeopardizing hundreds of millions of dollars in future revenue. The pattern of missed calls and dangerous play has been going on all season. Tuesday's game between the Fever and Sun finished with 5 technicals, 3 players ejected, 2 flagrant fouls, and 1 huge mess. Yet, officials failed to control the game from the beginning. This wasn't one bad sequence.